excited to see if Hollywood's Hooligans can bring that really strong defense to what is a very decidedly difficult map to defend.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a feeling we might actually see the Killjoy Sage come out again from Hollywood's Hooligans.
It's a solid combination for that map, absolutely.
Yeah, especially. And with E-Shots on the Omen. I mean, I feel like they'll have the same exact composition for them, but it looks like this time Roosters is probably going to go with a similar composition to what we just saw from Spotlight.
Yes.
So Ban definitely going to be on the Jet for sure.
Yeah.
We saw some crazy Jet opping come out of Ban earlier today, and I'm excited to see it again. Hopefully this is what's going to be kind of the difference between the last one and this one. I mean, we didn't see too much like effectiveness with the op in that last round. Like, I mean, we did, but not as much as we normally see.
Well, I think it's a play style thing. I think both Spotlight and Hollywood's Hooligans, who we saw in the semifinals there, treating their Jets very much like coveted jewels, you know, holding them close, you know, not wanting to send them into risky situations. But that's not what we really want to see from the Jets. We want to see the Jets getting crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see you dash into the enemy team with nothing but a shorty. You know, that's what I really want to see from the Jets. And that's what we really want to see when we're looking to try and separate these two teams by some sort of metric. But I will say something interesting here. Hollywood's Hooligans, for the second time in a row, will be starting out on attack. Want to give themselves that stat line to shoot for. They know exactly how many rounds they've got to lock down on the defending side. So we'll see how it pays off the second time around on Ascent for Hollywood's Hooligans. It is grand finals here, week number 37. We've got Hollywood's Hooligans up against Roosters here on Ascent. Hollywood's Hooligans starting out on attack, close to finding the first kill of the match onto Trisk. Trisk able to get away by the slimmest of margins. Van here doesn't engage with the recon drone. Lets Trisk take all the heat, all the aggro, but nonetheless, Hollywood's Hooligans still biding their time with this one. This opening round, these teams knowing how high these stakes are, not wanting to pull the first punch.
Yeah, you really saw them moon booting out of here and then slowly turn back around. Hopefully, I think they were hoping that Ban would go in for the chase there, but not this time. They're a little bit smarter over there on the Roosters. So here they go. They're actually going to have to commit onto something. There's 40 seconds left on the clock. Ban is going to be backing off here. But here it is, the commitment onto site. The Paranoia is actually going to miss a couple of people, but Reflect comes around the corner, takes down Trisk. It is going to be traded out for E-Shots by Napri. And my goodness, this is going to be a 4v4 retake. That's going to be a very interesting situation for Bo. Zero Data with a nice flick onto Ban.
Wow, Hollywood's Hooligans, this is certainly already a fortuitous attacking side for them. Any advantage they get here, they are happy about it. Now 4v2 holding on to this site. Only 2 Roosters remaining, both coming through heaven here. Flavor takes down Dior before getting taken out. It will be Zero Data and Reflect wrapping it up for Hollywood's Hooligans on the attack here. Game 1 of Grand Finals, an exciting start. And just a little footnote before we get too deep into the action, I did confer with some of our sources, some of our intel, and it is, I'm gonna get this wrong, of course, the first time I try to do it properly. It is Neprix instead of Napri. Okay. I wanted it to be Napri as someone who I like racing cars, and we like the Grand Prix, you know, the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
But it is Neprix, so we will do right by Neprix there, trying to hold on off against the onslaught that was Hollywood's Hooligans in that first round. But Roosters, they are not feeling fearful here in the second round, rushing right into the clutches there of Hollywood's Hooligans, but not actually taking any damage. It will be Roosters taking the damage there.
Oh my gosh, a ton of damage too. Neprix is actually super low at the moment, as well as Ban and our friend Trisk there on the Reyna. But Flavor trying to get something done, gets a little bit of information there with that shock dart. And this is going to be really tough for the Roosters. These shots comes around with a beautiful headshot. Oh my goodness, this is 2 members down 3. Oh my gosh, this is just the defense of Roosters falling apart by the seams. And it's just Trisk left alive with 40 HP and a dream.
Yeah, no thrifty round to be found here in this second round. And this is exceptionally a good start here for Hollywood's Hooliganz. As we said, this is a defense-minded team comp here for Hollywood's Hooliganz. They are not playing for this first half. They are very much playing for the second half. We saw them come alive in such a big way, but in the second half of the previous match. But this is the first half. They're ready to go right here and now. Hollywood's Hooliganz putting up a big 2 rounds on the side of Roosters, and now Roosters with the full buy. They want to get themselves on the board as soon as possible, but these third round buys that we've seen throughout today here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, not as guaranteed of a victory as these teams maybe would have liked them to be. And we see Ban with some awkward questions to answer there economically, considered going for the Bucky. Hold on for that later stage op. Does pull the trigger there for the Phantom.
Yeah, this is going to be really telling indeed. I mean, Reflect comes around the corner with a beautiful headshot onto Ban, and my goodness, already starting off good. Trisk, I mean, gets the trade-off, but still, whew, looking crazy.
Hollywood's Hooliganz are going to be fine with kills going 1 for 1, and they're going to be even more fine with kills going 2 for 1. Hollywood's Hooliganz, doesn't matter the gear, they will do the damage. Kilroy on this push, are you kidding me? Kilroy takes down Shore. Now Roosters, only 2 members remaining. Roosters, they are being asked the tough questions, and they are the ones who have to come up with the answers now. Hollywood's Hooliganz get that spike down. 4 members remaining. This was supposed to be a round delivered to the Roosters. That is not what they're finding here in this third round.
No, not at all, Dilly G. This is actually a really unfortunate situation for them. They bought completely. Almost every single member had 0 credits left after this buy.
Ban thought about holding back with the Bucky, went full Phantom and got nothing for it. Trisk trying to get some light into this defense, but it may be too little too late. It is.
Yeah, they're going to have to get these exit frags, and they're going to have to get all of them. There's not 1. There's at least 1. There he goes. 2. Are we going to get 3? No. Kilroy is going to get the kill shot onto Neprix, and that's another round in their belt. I got to say, Dilly, they've got to be feeling that last match up against Spotlight, and they're feeling themselves right now.
Yeah, this is big confidence coming in from Hollywood's Hooliganz. I mean, you saw Kilroy on that push right into the face of Shora. Gunned him down, no hesitation. Kilroy showing exactly how dangerous Killjoy can be on the attack nonetheless. 3-0-0, a nice little 3-hundo for the side of Kilroy. For the side of Hollywood's Hooliganz, it's a clean 3-0, sending Roosters right on back down to the pistols. Roosters not happy about that. And that's what we said. That third round should be a round that Roosters can count on reliably. That is not the case. And Hollywood's Hooliganz on this attacking side have to be feeling so happy about this lead they've been able to put up on the side that they don't even really care what happens. As long as Hollywood's Hooliganz didn't go 0-12 in this half, they were pretty much fine. They went 3-9 last game, and well, we all know how that ended up.
Yeah, they are here in the grand finals, and that's got to be all the information you need in this moment. But man, just like you said, Kilroy definitely getting aggressive as this Killjoy gets flavored down so much. Oh no! He was hoping to get the headshot off, but no one pushed.
What was that? My goodness. This is absolutely dirty from Hollywood's Hooliganz. Roosters are left without anything to cling on to here in this first half. Hollywood's Hooliganz are really ramping up the pressure now. Roosters, they may need to take a deep breath here before this next buy.
Oh yeah, they definitely got to think as to what's going on. Reflect pushes up a little bit tough here, but that turret was there to really push back Neprix. in this moment. It is a 1v5 situation.
Yeah, I mean, just so difficult when you've got to try to balance that turret aggro and deal with very many hostile barrels pointing your way. Shora knows that they're coming after him and has to pick a door, any door, except maybe that door. Hollywood's Hooliganz, it was a save round here for Roosters, but Hollywood's Hooliganz put together a flawless nonetheless. Roosters, they really needed to make as much economic damage as they could have in that round if they weren't going to steal win. That was not the case for Roosters, and now they will get this full buy together, but you look at the bankroll there for Hollywood's Hooliganz. Gotta say, that is a few more rounds that Roosters need to start chaining together here and now, sooner rather than later. Roosters left A side completely open, save for the eyes of Trisk. That may have been the right call as the lockdown goes out to push them even further off that site, but Roosters didn't start very much on it to begin with here. Yeah. Trisk, though, with this angle, will still be able to hold the site down through the lockdown. A rare mistake from Hollywood's Hooliganz delivers that opening kill to Roosters. The effectiveness of that lockdown certainly nullified, and now here comes Trisk with that Empress rolling. This could be a big opportunity for Roosters, but Dior trying to steal it away on the backside. Reflect, putting down the hammer. E-shots joining in on the fun. Oh my goodness, zero data takes down Flavor Shora. The last hope remaining here for Roosters in a 1v3. Dark cover goes down. Shora has to push through it, pushes right into the clutches of E-shots, and Hollywood Hooliganz up 5-0 over Roosters here in game number 1, the grand finals.
A totally different Hollywood's Hooliganz than last match. They're on the attacker's side right now.
Yeah.
Doing absolute work onto the Roosters. I don't know if this is just, a gas issue or a head space issue, but Roosters having a tough time doing anything. Ban hasn't even gotten a kill or an assist this entire time so far. And that's, it's got to feel bad in this moment.
Yeah.
But, they're all the way here in the grand finals, which means they have done some crazy stuff up till now.
Yeah.
So they can still really come back from this.
Roosters are a team that, to me, they don't need to prove themselves. We understand how strong this roster can be, but it really goes to speak of how quickly you can find yourself in such a situation without even being able to get a grasp on the situation before it gets out of hand. Hollywood's Hooliganz, this has not taken a lot of time for them to put Roosters in a really unfathomable position here. Wow. Dior putting the hammer down on Flavor, and now Hollywood's Hooliganz certainly going to have their eyes towards that B-side. Shora knows that the dogs are coming here. Hollywood's Hooliganz on the hunt, taking damage already through the wall. E-shots, oh my goodness, mowing the members of Roosters down, leaving just Trisk with that nice, cute little stinger, but not much of a hope here of taking this 6th round.
Cute is the right word, I'd say. That's
oh yeah, got your little buddy on there.
It's nice and red. It's cute.
It's not dangerous. It's not like scary.
Especially up against the amount of barrels pointing at you. My goodness, 6-0 Hollywood's Hooliganz just absolutely bringing it to the Roosters right now.
How many flawless rounds is that for Hollywood's Hooliganz? I would wager 3. Yeah. I'd wager 3 flawless rounds there for Hollywood's Hooliganz. Half these rounds here, Roosters have not been able to find a kill, and it shows. Ban now, just now, getting that first Blade Storm of the match. 6 rounds in is not what you want to see. But Roosters, the silver lining, there are 4 ultimates available, and they've got a better buy, a full buy, I should say, here for this 7th round. This is a prime opportunity, but Hollywood's Hooliganz looking to keep up the pace, send out that Hunter's Fury. Here comes the response from Roosters. Here comes the response from Flavor, sniping down 2 members of Hollywood's Hooliganz, stopping the attack in its tracks as Trisk takes down Kilroy, and this is very much the round Roosters can take away from Hollywood's Hooliganz.
Ooh, that shot from Reflect. That one's gotta hurt because you're just kind of running around with your, I don't know, your pants around your ankles, I guess, because he was just running down mid, gets taken down in such a weird angle with that operator. And now Reflect has to kind of slowly inch towards the spike. And, I mean, they've made something out of nothing. Roosters really off the back of that Hunter's Fury.
Yeah.
Wow. That double kill is everything for them. But eShots, once again, ever the sneaky one, just kind of running around in some weird corners, is in another weird corner.
Yeah, really important from Roosters with that Hunter's Furies. They took down Dior early on. That meant no resurrection on the table for Hollywood's Hooliganz. What they got is what they get. Here trying to make it stick in the 2v4. Reflect pushing out onto this B side now, but they're actually going to send that spike on over to A site. Roosters fully ready for it. This could be too late here for eShots, and it is. It was a valiant effort to be sure, but that's going to be Roosters finally getting themselves on the board after a tumultuous 6 rounds. They will get themselves on the board for the 7th. You've got to imagine Roosters are going to make it one. They're going to want to make it 5 in a row after that one.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a much better stat line than where it is right now at 6-1. I mean, there's full bankrolls on the other side, so they didn't really do much in terms of econ, really.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they did enough to get themselves onto the board and hopefully get a little bit of confidence underneath their belt.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have a tough second half.
Got double op now incoming for Roosters. They are able to carry one over from the next round. So this is a two-pronged defense, rather, here from Roosters. This could be the key they need. But when you look at the side of Hollywood's Hooliganz, what this team comp is set up to do, you have to imagine Hollywood's Hooliganz, they could sleep the next 5 rounds and they'd still be happy with this scoreline going into the second half. So Roosters, this is a quintessential half for them to take. They've got to get themselves a much better position than what they're in now. But for Hollywood's Hooliganz, they can play pretty much with no pressure on their shoulders. And Nabrix makes Dior play with no head on his shoulders, takes down Dior, and now Reflect with the response. But Van takes down Zero, down to the kill, starting to roll in fast and furious here. Kilroy trying to get that last bit of damage done with the classic. Will be forced to back away on the backside, though. Trisk with that second op in play, able to take down eShots, able to get the heal, but Kilroy comes back for more, bringing us into this 1v1. Kilroy! Whoa, one might say a little too aggressive, but one might say just the right amount of aggression there for Trisk. And Roosters get 2 in a row in what is an important turnaround for this defending side.
Ooh, that's the crazy thing about Valorant. You saw how many kills came in a row. It was so fast from both sides. I mean, it brought it down to a 2v2 literally in half a second. That was absolutely insane and mind-boggling.
It was very much a blink and you'll miss it moment. Those kills, I think 5 came in within about a half of a second there, and all different locations nonetheless. So cross the map action happening here in grand finals. Hollywood's Hooliganz, they've been put on notice now a little bit. They won't cruise away with this one. Dior, though, trying to remind Roosters exactly who they're dealing with. Dior props himself up for 2. Reflect hops on up for 2, and that's 4 quick kills for the attackers, leaving Ban the lone defender remaining with this op. Gonna be no defenders remaining. Hollywood's Hooliganz get that 7th round for their side, get themselves a lead going into the second half, the half that this team comp is designed to play. And you gotta ask the question, is Roosters team comp as attack-minded as Hollywood's Hooliganz is defense-minded? The answer is I don't really think so.
I mean, they could make something out of it. They've got the Lear, the Jet. I mean, but this is one reason why I don't play Jet. It's because I always dash in the wrong direction, and I think that's exactly what happened to Ban in that situation. Tried to dash backwards, but went forward instead, and oh, it just feels that's when you kind of just go, okay, just kill me.
Yeah, hands up, I'm done.
Yeah.
So, Hollywood's Hooliganz, oh goodness. Already a lot of action to start off this 10th round. It will be Hollywood's Hooliganz locking down B-site. Flavor, though, just on the edge of that. It's got so much intel. Almost found the damage. Won't be able to. The wall just in the way. It's going to be Reflect getting the action started. Takes out Flavor, but Trisk knows where they're at. Takes him down. Dior on the backside takes down Bond. Hollywood's Hooliganz trading the kills in just the right way. 1 for 2 thus far. Trisk does have that Empress ready to go should they want to use it. This is a tricky round here for Roosters. Tough to know when to pull the trigger. Kilroy pushed up on the side, has yet to be revealed. Roosters, the clock is working against them, but Trisk is working for them. Kilroy, though, may have pulled the rug out from under them, is now just Neprix, the lone defender remaining. Think they just want to try and get this off over to the next round, but unable to do so. Hollywood's Hooliganz, they let 2 slide on over to Roosters, but they're intent on keeping it just 2. So close.
I know, my gosh, that was a big brain play from eShots. My goodness, what a round. What a half for Hollywood's Hooliganz. I mean, obviously, literally, the exact opposite of what happened last time, and they're really setting themselves up for an excellent second half on the defense side. I mean, Roosters, this is going to be really tough for them because Dior, eShots, Reflect, I mean, this whole team just built to be on the defense side of Ascent.
Yeah, if you take the score of Hollywood's Hooliganz last game, just the second half, it was 10-1 favoring Hollywood's Hooliganz. That's how good they were on the defending side, and they have got themselves set up to quickly close out their map pick here for Game 1 of Grand Finals, move us swiftly on over to Icebox. They said, we want to go. We're ready. We bought the tickets, we packed the luggage. We're ready to head on over to Icebox, take that brisk winter journey. Hollywood's Hooliganz looking to wrap this one up before we even got started here in this first half. Now in this 10th round, Roosters still have the Empress available on Trisk, and that could come up big with this flank. Hollywood's Hooliganz have made it pretty clear they're headed on over to B site. Roosters are gonna want to start clamping down on the attackers, and here it comes. Less than 40 seconds remaining. The execute is a bit slow to come from Hollywood's Hooliganz, but now they pull the trigger. Roosters ready to go. Roosters may not be able to have a say in this conversation. I speak too soon. Flavor has a lot to say. Picks up the triple kill. Dior, though, puts a stop to that. Gets the resurrection. Dior tipping the scales in favor of Hollywood's Hooliganz. Now Trisk with the Empress running. The lone defender remaining in this 1v2. Spots the pixels of Zero Data. Able to get the Ghost running. Gets the intel ready. Doesn't know exactly where Dior is at, though. Dior does not know where Trisk is. This is all coming to a climax here. Trisk! Wow. Oh my goodness. Quick as can be. Takes down Dior. Wins the 1v2, and Roosters get themselves their 3rd round here of this first game as we look to close out the first half.
Whew, so much clutch potential with that Empress ultimate. You love to see stuff like that. 10-9-1, even in the face of an 8-3 stat line in the favor of Hollywood's Hooliganz. I mean, Trisk has still got to be feeling good in this situation. His teammates have to kind of come up a little bit. Guys, get those frags, get those kills, win some of these gunfights that they've been losing to Hollywood's Hooliganz. But it's tough when some of these flanks are just so big-brained from Hollywood's Hooliganz.
Hollywood's Hooliganz have done a really excellent job positioning themselves, especially eShots has really been just been the thorn in the side of the Roosters. Roosters don't know where to expect them, but Ban may know where to expect Kilroy here right around the corner, but a rare miss from Ban. Not happy with that. Will just have to settle for the turret kill there. Hollywood's Hooliganz not looking to challenge that angle quite yet, but they have gotten themselves a serious amount of land there in that mid corridor. They're going to get themselves set up. That makes Roosters' job all the much more difficult.
Yeah, these operators have been so integral this time. Reflect getting that kill onto Trisk, the top fragger for Roosters. It's looking pretty destitute. Neprix is able to pick up one, but I don't know. how he was able to do it when there's so much damage being put out. My goodness.
Oh, wow. Ben so close to picking up the triple kill there as we bring ourselves into this 3v3, 30 seconds remaining. Final round of the first half. Hollywood's Hooliganz, the remaining 3 members on this B site, but they haven't actually been able to get onto the site itself. They've got to get out of this corner, and Flavor says too little, too late. Picks up yet another multi-kill for themselves, and it's going to be Roosters getting themselves a very important 4th round on the board. But that first half was all Hollywood's Hooliganz all the time.
Yeah, it took Roosters a little bit too long to adapt to this crazy play style of the Hollywood's Hooliganz. So, I mean, they're going to have a lot more adapting to do. I mean, it took them to the last 2 rounds to really figure out how to take care of the Hooliganz themselves. So, Roosters, once again, they're on the attacker side this time. And we saw Hollywood's Hooliganz really dominate on this defense side. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, Hollywood's Hooliganz, if they play anything like they played in the semifinal prior to this, this is pretty much a done and dusted game 1 for them. But Roosters have shown in the last few rounds they are still dangerous, and they're not down and out quite yet. Roosters could very well turn the tables here on attack. They want to get it done here on Catwalk. They've got that significant real estate in that mid corridor. Here comes the push. Reflect trying to shut the door in their face, but will have to back away. Let the stampede flow forward here. Oh, goodness, so close to finding each other there. Wow. The margins are as tight as can be. The kills go 1 for 1 now. Reflect will be able to get a kill there as Bond slips away. So Roosters, they drop a kill, but now send the cavalry over to B side. Zero Data ready to greet them. Sends out the recon drone. Does get the successful dart as well. Gets all kinds of information for Hollywood's Hooliganz to work with.
Jeez. It's just too strong right now, and I mean, there's nothing that Ban could do in that situation. They are going to wall this off. That is no sort of interesting, weird stuff going on in the backside. Dior takes down Flavor. Niprix kind of really does something back, but is he going to be able to survive this? No, he's not. A beautiful 3K for both Niprix and Dior. It is a 1v1 situation, and it is the 2 Sentinels up against each other.
Oh, Dior's got to play this one exactly right. Oh, it does! Dior comes up perfectly with the 4K, with the clutch, with the defuse. Dior is your sage here for Hollywood's Hooliganz. Puts them up onto 9 rounds here in this second half. What a performance from Dior.
Oh, my goodness. And only 2 points away from that ever important ultimate.
Oh, wow. 1 round into the first half. Goodness gracious, Dior.
Going absolutely bonkers in this round, really. And they're Roosters, once again, going to have a lot of catching up to do.
Nebrix did all they could, picked up the triple kill, got themselves onto 4 ultimate points, which almost equally impressive for the attackers, just not quite enough. And Roosters, oh, a bit of a trade happening there in that mid corridor. eShot's happy to back away, trading a little bit of damage here. Roosters had to force Spy here a bit, understanding they're running out of chances, try and take rounds away from Hollywood's Hooliganz. But they haven't rushed their chances. They want to play time, they want to play carefully. They don't have rounds to give away anymore. Zero Data taking up a different positioning than the first round. Oh, gets caught out by Ban. Ban, an excellent understanding of where to be when that recon drone goes out. And now Roosters with a prime opportunity to start evening the tides in their favor. 5v4 as the spike goes down. Equal equipment on either side. Kilroy sends out that turret, try and do some reconnaissance, but Roosters not revealing themselves, playing their cards tight to their chest here with the spike down.
This is the perfect way to play this right now. Neprix, oh no, turns around at the wrong time. E-shots, once again, just in the most ridiculous places all the time. That's so scary to go up against. Roosters are kind of on the back foot here, but now they even up the tide. It is a 4v3, make that a 4v2 situation. My goodness, Dior is the last one alive, gets one down. Is he going to be able to get any more of these exit frags? Oh, looks away at the wrong time, and Flavor finishes him off. But my goodness, a huge moment for Dior, really putting a thorn in the side of Roosters.
Yeah, really important round for Roosters there. And I think not only was, of course, getting the round on the board for Roosters the important part, but what is really important for Roosters is seeing a strategy that works up against Hollywood's Hooliganz on the defending side. That crossfire that Roosters were able to set up on that B site was pretty much impenetrable for Hollywood's Hooliganz. They didn't have an answer for that, so Roosters now able to take that intel into the rest of the half as Hollywood's Hooliganz unable to take any of their guns into this round, back onto the eco round, and Ban takes full advantage.
I'm still in shock of that one. That was perfectly placed, perfectly timed. Zero Data, though, kind of getting in a weird position here. What? Neprix is just in the right place at the right time, and this is just going to have to be a big push from Hollywood's Hooliganz. What is going on, Dilly? Last time up against Spotlight, they absolutely dominated them on the defense side. This time, Roosters going absolute ham.
Yeah, Hollywood's Hooliganz, certainly not the opening to the second half they saw in the semifinal matchup, but also not the same situation they found themselves. Perhaps they feel better with their backs against the walls, you know, down 3-9. But this is surely the litmus test here for Hollywood's Hooliganz. Now comes the full-ish buy. We see the light armor going over to Kilroy, but also on the side of Roosters, a similar situation unfolding. And so Hollywood's Hooliganz, if they want to maintain control of this match, it's got to be done right here in this 16th round. Hollywood's Hooliganz looking to get themselves onto double digits on a defending side in which they have found so much success here today. They just need to find that little bit more to secure this first game here of this grand finals. Best of 3, this first game on Ascent. Hollywood's Hooliganz, their map pick, looking to show exactly why they took it, why they won it going into Icebox here in game 2. Reflect, sending out some warning shots. Kilroy, though, gets sprayed down. Here comes the push. Reflect does find the revenge onto Ban. Roosters stumble a bit with that push out onto A site. The Lyric comes out, is quickly dealt with, but Reflect has to deal with the recon bolt as well as Roosters back away. They sense an open door on the B site.
Yeah, that was a lot of utility being used on that side. Now they're going to be met by this wall. This is going to be a huge thorn in their side in general. E-shots, once again, going to put himself into a really weird position to really stave off the push onto the B site, but Zero Data misses a couple of shots and takes a shot to the face himself. What is going on? E-shots missing a couple shots. No! But still stays alive, is going to be able to get himself into another weird position and put himself maybe in a position to win out another gunfight.
Oh man, that could be the straw that breaks the camel's back for Roosters there. E-shots may have been allowed to live just too long.
Yes.
Now the clock really running against Trisk, has to run to get this spike planted, will be able to do so, but now Roosters not able to get themselves set up, but it may not matter here. Dior left a bit alone. Now in the 1v1, Dior could win this out, but doesn't. Win it out will be Shora picking up the triple kill, and that's Roosters very much alive in this second half, and that leaves us very much scratching our heads as to what has happened to Hollywood's Hooliganz on this defending side.
Man, the Roosters playbook is just way different from last time.
Absolutely.
And they're not getting ahead of it like they were for Spotlight. They're really ahead of every sort of push on the attacker side for Spotlight, and I mean, it's really showing in this one. Roosters have their attacker side pushes down. Their playbook is feeling good, feeling clean and crisp. I mean, Hollywood's Hooliganz are putting a lot of economic depth into, I mean, their pockets basically, but still, whew, it's looking pretty crazy on this one.
Yeah, we do have a bit of a tech pause rolling in here, making sure everyone's got a proper connection before we forge ahead. That gives us a bit of time here to reevaluate how exactly we found ourselves in such a situation. It was a semi-finals matchup. Hollywood's Hooliganz up against Spotlight. Spotlight, a roster featuring many VSS Valorant veterans, the likes of Zypher and Cheat Code. Went toe-to-toe with Hollywood's Hooliganz, looked set to eliminate Hollywood's Hooliganz in this best-of-1 format, but Hollywood's Hooliganz put together a stark second half on the defending side on Ascent to mount a massive comeback victory. They find themselves in grand finals up against Roosters once again in a second half defending situation on Ascent. Reflect with the Blade Storm finds that opening kill, but Hollywood's Hooliganz on this eco round won't be able to find too much more.
They got the 2 kills, at least doing a little bit of economic damage onto the Roosters, but they are swinging back, and this is a little bit of a I don't know what to call this. I mean, I saw this last time we saw Roosters. They were a second half team. Their first half, they did not look very good.
That is true.
And the second half, they really came back strong. It did exactly pretty much what Hollywood's Hooliganz did, but that was back on Icebox.
Yeah.
So if they can pull this map off against the Hooliganz, honestly, that could be everything they need to actually win it all out in a 2-0 on Icebox.
Yeah, that's a great point, and certainly something Roosters have their eyes on as of now is if Roosters steal away a game from Hollywood's Hooliganz on their map pick, that bodes very well for Roosters on Icebox, who are tried, true, and tested on that wintry map. They've already got a win to their names today on Icebox. They would be certainly confident in taking another here in Grand Finals, especially if they can steal this one away. But Reflect has other ideas, as does eShots, combining for important 2 opening kills, taking away an ultimate from Roosters as well. Roosters found in this 3v5, but making a 3v4 as Shora capitalizes on a rare miss from Reflect's 0 data. Looking to send out that shock dart, doesn't find anyone on the side of Roosters. The remaining 3 attackers now out onto B site, but they've got to stop 4 defenders. They've got to stop eShots. They may not be able to. eShots picks up the 4K. eShots gets Hollywood's Hooliganz out onto double digits.
I'm loving this, Dilly. This is not a pug match. This is really well-trained players knowing what they're doing. eShots is an absolute X factor for Hooliganz. These ridiculous flanks from this player are so well-timed, so well-executed, that is a thorn in any sort of team that they play. And I'm loving seeing this, because it's no longer just hold W and shoot someone in the face. You know, this is actual high-level gameplay that we love to see.
Game has changed, that is for sure. These teams, they have come with a clipboard full of strategies and plays to execute upon one each other, and now it's brought us to this 19th round here, game 1, the Grand Finals. Hollywood's Hooliganz with a dominating first half now have let more than a few rounds slide to Roosters, but they are intent to try and stop that from happening here. Picking up these opening 2 kills, Roosters send out that Hunter's Fury to no avail. Hollywood's Hooliganz maintaining their numbers advantage, and eShots on the flank looks to keep the pressure up here. Oh, what a play from eShots. The fancy footwork jukes Shora on out of his shoes, and Roosters are left with 2 lowly members here out on the B site trying to hold on.
That's what I'm talking about. It's no longer just hold W and hold left click. It's now fancy footwork, getting around, using your utility to your advantage. Neprix getting a nice headshot onto it. Dior kind of proving me wrong there a little bit. Oh,
wow.
No! What the spray transfer from Flavor absolutely puts some spice into it. I love that.
Yeah, Roosters may have secured this one for themselves. They've got to put a stop here to eShots first. eShots has been able to make his way out onto site. This could, oh, simply doesn't have time, I don't believe. Yeah, will be spotted out here. Roosters very much staying alive. Goodness gracious though, Flavor with that quick double one tap there. Not even holding down, just a quick boop, boop. Really impressive from Flavor, keeping Roosters in this match. They have taken 5 of the last 6 rounds, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered for Roosters here in the second half.
Absolutely. My goodness, what a game this is. This is the grand finals that I was hoping for. Seeing some fancy footwork like you were talking about. Seeing those great kills, those great playbook, ridiculous things that, I mean, that we've been seeing all day. But now it's grand finals. These guys know that there's $700 on the line for the first place team. I love it.
This is teams competing at their absolute limit. This is all they have to give, leaving everything out on the field. Roosters now, they have clawed and fought their way back into contention here. Hollywood's Hooliganz look to turn the lights out on them. Roosters still staying alive, still staying dangerous. Dior puts up yet another wall here, keeping Roosters off of this B side for now. Recon drone will see that new construction and will see its architect as well. Roosters spread out across the map, finding ways into sight here as Trisk takes down Kilroy. That prompts the teleport here from eShots, or excuse me, Neprix, yeah, thank you. And so 5v4 now for Roosters onto this A site. It's a very sneaky, stealthy execute, but an effective one nonetheless, and Hollywood's Hooliganz been completely shut out of this side of the map.
Could this... Right here. Okay, I was about to say, could this be a save round? But no, Trisk takes out Dior, but oh my goodness. Almost a beautiful Hunter's Fury from the Hooliganz to take down the Spike Planter, but not this time. Flavor is going to stay alive. Van takes down eShots, another integral member, but a return of the favor there. I don't know what's going on. This is a 4v2 situation, and Hollywood's Hooliganz are still staying alive.
Yeah, Hollywood's Hooliganz, though, they're losing grip here at this site. They're losing grip of this match. I cannot believe it. Roosters have shown Hollywood's Hooliganz they can do what they can do, just better. Roosters tie us up at 10 apiece here, taking 6 of the last 7 rounds. Hollywood's Hooliganz, we said this is a team comp tuned for the defending side. Well, very much not so. Those Sage Walls not finding their place, not able to keep Roosters off of anything. And now Roosters cruising with this momentum, look all but set to take this 21st round. And from there on, who's to say what will happen? But Roosters looking very confident in the second half, more so than anyone has up against Hollywood's Hooliganz in a second half situation like this. Ban with very tricky positioning takes down Kilroy. Roosters further pressing the advantage.
That was perfect crosshair placement. I think what they were trying to do is maybe get a pick and then maybe give the blades on over to the Jet. Just don't know. They were able to take down one of the members there. Napri takes a little bit of damage with that auto shot he shot, but just not enough to take him out. And this is going to be a big B execute for the Roosters.
Yeah, Roosters not wasting any time now. They see where they want to go. They've got their eyes on the prize now. Zero Data puts up a valiant fight indeed, but that's going to be Roosters moving on to their 11th round, 1 round away here from game point on Hollywood's Hooliganz map pick.
I can't believe this, Dilly.
I literally can't believe this.
It's literally the opposite of what happened last match.
Makes me feel like I don't know anything. Like, I mean, with the confidence that we were spouting off, like what was going to happen in this second half, you would have thought we were Nostradamus. But it is simply the script has been flipped. Roosters completely tearing apart Hollywood's Hooliganz defense, which is something we were touting the praises of after that immaculate second half they put together in the semifinals. It has not come together for Hollywood's Hooliganz in the same way. Now they will be searching for answers here in this 22nd round, though they do have 3 ultimates available, the Resurrection being one of them. So, theoretical 6-man roster in the wings here for Hollywood's Hooliganz as Roosters once again set their eyes on the A site. Dior set up on Heaven to try and displace them. Just waiting for the right moment to send out that slow field as the clock ticks down under 1 minute. Roosters waiting to pull the trigger here. Hollywood's Hooliganz have played rather far back onto this A site. They don't want to push up. They don't want to stand in the way here quite yet of Roosters. And now comes the execute under 45 seconds remaining. Not much resistance for the Roosters to have to deal with. That will be the Empress rolling for Trisk as Ban takes down Dior. This could be exactly what Roosters are looking for to get themselves out onto game point. Here comes Trisk, finds the elbow there. Kilroy finds the kill. That's all he'll find. Only 2 for Trisk there, but it may be enough. Hollywood's Hooliganz, only 2 defenders remaining. Reflect brought down to 56 HP, has the Blade Storm in the pocket, but just wants to keep the operator alive. And Hollywood's Hooliganz letting Roosters move onto game point here on Ascent.
Woohoo! Game 1 of the grand finals is turning out to be an absolute banger, and I'm so happy that Roosters were able to kind of bring it to us. Hey, they said, you know what you guys think? One way, we think the other, and doing some absolute work. Will Zero Data win out in this one? He's not!
Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking for Zero Data, and Hollywood's Hooliganz not able to bring anything over from that previous round. That stings all the much more for Hollywood's Hooliganz. So Roosters, all credit to them. They have played exceptionally well in the second half, did not let their mentality get shaken in any way from what was a not ideal first half for Roosters. They have put the whole picture together now, 1 round away from taking this map over Hollywood's Hooliganz in this best of 3. E-shots gets the action started, but Trisk finds the revenge onto Reflect, taken out in that mid lane. Zero Data trying to find another Hunter's Fury snipe will be denied this time around. Dior backs away onto A side as E-shots trade shots with Trisk there in mid lane. Lives to fight another day, shuts the door onto Trisk, and Roosters with 4 members remaining up against 4 defenders. Hollywood's Hooliganz still have that resurrection available, but that is a long way away for Dior to try and get that res.
A long way away indeed. Looks like there is a slow movement towards there as well, but it is perfect. I think Roosters have a feeling that that might actually come through for them. They've got 3 members up in pizza and might actually meet the hands of Dior, but no, they take down the resurrection. That is huge for them. E-shots does get this Vandal in hand. That could be huge, but it is immediately taken out by Shora, and this is looking like it's going to be Roosters' map.
That Dior getting taken out could have been the X factor there for Roosters to secure this map. Kilroy, though, tries to say otherwise, gets one before getting traded out. It is Zero Data, the Sova hero in this 1v3. What can Zero Data do with this kit available? Just has the Recon Bolt, just has the Vandal, gets spotted out by the Recon drone. Just gonna let that run its duration, and now here comes Zero Data looking to clinch the clutch. Can Roosters hold on to the site as the spike digs down? Yes, they can. Ban closes it out. Roosters close out map 1, game 1 here in grand finals, and what a performance it was over a Hollywood's Hooliganz that looked nigh unbeatable. Roosters stand tall and win out in the end on Ascent, setting us up rather for a very exciting icebox in game 2.
Yeah, seriously. I'm hoping to see another like second half second wind, really,
Yeah.
for the Roosters. I mean, we saw them on Icebox earlier today. This is our third time on Icebox, by
Which
the
is
way.
wild.
I just got to throw that out there. This is our third time on Icebox, but Roosters really kind of took it away in the second half on Icebox, and we love to see stuff like that. They're starting to really figure out this map. They had really great post-plant situations where they got it on A, backed off into the nest, and really watched the spike like a hawk.
Yeah,
And it's
absolutely.
crazy.
Absolutely. Lots for us to unpack there. Lots for these teams to unpack, and we are going to give them a quick couple minutes to do so, and we will be right back with Game 2 of the Grand Finals. Stick around. You definitely don't want to miss it. Welcome back, everyone, to game number 2 here in the grand finals of week number 37 of the Valorant Sunday Showdown. We saw Hollywood's Hooliganz take a commanding lead over Roosters, only for Roosters to snatch it right back, build up the comeback story, take away the Ascent victory from Hollywood's Hooliganz map pick. That takes us on over to the map pick of Roosters, which is, how would you have guessed it? It's Icebox, and it's going to be this time now Roosters picking up the Sage. Do believe Dior on the opposite side for Hollywood's Hooliganz will be doing the same, but already seeing the team comp adjustments, and Kilroy, that is a dangerous hover, and doesn't he know it, playing games with our heart, will be locking in the Killjoy for Kilroy, and it's really only fitting.
Kilroy knows. He knows.
He plays with your heart.
Yeah, he's like, choices. He's doing it right now.
He's going to salivate at the prospect of me locking in Viper.
Exactly. But the jerk just didn't. But anyways, we do have a nice, good composition, almost a mirror matchup here. We do have the double Sentinel on both sides, the Sage and the Killjoy. This is going to be probably a slower feel here throughout this map. We're not going to see some big explosive pushes, but we do have the Lear on the side of Roosters, if I am correct. Trisk is still playing the Reyna. So, once again, like, this is going to be a very interesting and telling map. I don't know how Hollywood's Hooliganz are going to handle Icebox itself, but, excuse me, this is going to be a very telling, again, like I said before, a very telling map.
Yeah, this is a big test here for Hollywood's Hooliganz, I feel. This is a map they have to adjust to.
Yeah, they are reconnecting. They have to remake this lobby.
RIP. No more Icebox, they said, actually. They got loaded into Icebox, and they were like, no, we thought better of it. We decided we didn't want to play that map. No, I'm just kidding. It is still Icebox. We are just going to get everyone reloaded in, make sure everyone has a proper connection for this all-important game 2 here. This very well could be Roosters wrapping up the series here on Icebox. So important, so pivotal, so pivotal for either side here. Roosters very much wanting to wrap up this series. Hollywood's Hooliganz very much wanting to stay alive. So we do see those same map picks roll on through now. And it will be Hollywood's Hooliganz starting out on attack. Or excuse me, on defense, excuse me.
Perfect. Yeah, so once again, a nice telling round here. This could be a 2-0 for Roosters if they play the same that they did earlier today. Nice and effective on the attacker side of Icebox. But once again, I feel like all day we've seen it be a very attacker side map. I mean, every time a team has been on attack side, they just dominated.
Yeah.
So I don't take that as you will. It's still kind of new in the competitive scene here. A lot of people still hate this map, but they're going to have to get used to it.
Yeah, I mean, small sample size for us to work with, but certainly so far it has been attack-sided. We would expect that to still be the case. It's just so hard to have a firm grasp on either of these sites as a defender. I mean, you can load up that B corridor entry, but if the attackers get past that, then you pretty much don't have too much left to go off of. A side as well, those sight lines are especially punishing for the defenders. We'll see. Reflect, though, doesn't give a care. Gets the first kill, wastes no time taking out Trisk. Now Roosters in a 4v5, make it a 3v5. Roosters not off to the right start here on this attacking side.
Man, you guys are making me look like a fool. Roosters. But it's okay. It's still the pistol round. Pistol rounds have always been weird in general here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown. We don't really like to count out any team that loses a pistol round because I feel like teams have just kind of figured out how to really mitigate their economy. Here in the pistol rounds, the early rounds, we always see those third round super buys from kind of the loser side. And then, I mean, other than that, you know, it's kind of business as usual. It's whoever wins the round, cool. Whoever doesn't, cool.
Yeah, Hollywood's Hooliganz certainly going to be saying cool to that. That's the start they're going to want after having dropped a rather heartbreaking first map to Roosters. Hollywood's Hooliganz looked very much in the driver's seat for the majority of the, well, really most of that first game there. Did fall in the end to Roosters, so Hollywood's Hooliganz wanting to get out on the right foot, do so with that pistol round. Look to keep that rolling here in the second round. We do see the judge in the hands of Reflect to see how aggressive Reflect chooses to be there. Come on, dash on forward. Don't waste any time.
Yeah, let's see. You hear the footsteps.
Yeah, Reflect hears the footsteps, and that's why he wants to hold on back. Knows the cavalry is coming. Zero Data's got his back, though. Gets that opening kill. Oh, my goodness. Here comes the damage.
No
Reflect
way.
picks up the double kill. eShots picks up the double kill. And a quick, flawless execution of the attackers.
No way. 1, 2, 3 quick kills with the judge. You love to see stuff like that. But now, like we said, Roosters are on the full buy. They all have Vandals. They all have full shields. I mean, if it were me, I would just laugh. I would just giggle and be like, we just got dominated by the judge. That's good stuff.
That's not much else you can do other than laugh in the face of such destruction. But now Roosters, they will be keen to get this third round under their belt. They know they've got the advantage here and they want to press it, but Hollywood's Hooliganz, they've got the plan ready to go. The perfect execution with that dark cover, lying in wait rather, completely foils the plans of Roosters, and I would be very surprised if Roosters escape this round with a win.
Very surprised indeed. That's a really unfortunate situation for them. I'm actually surprised that no one from the Hooliganz are pushing up through A. I mean, they pretty much dominated mid, and they know at least one member is here. But still, a nice slow rotation around. They're just going to try and figure out some stuff here. Ban, going to get aggressive here. Making some peeks down mid to hopefully mitigate some of the crazy damage that happened here. But this is going to be a slow tube push, actually.
Yeah, Hollywood's Hooliganz, they were right to not press the advantage. They needed to just let Roosters come to them. Hollywood's Hooliganz had already done what they needed to do to get this round off to the right start, but now they've got to bring it home. They can't let Roosters get too sneaky, and Dior does give them that vision. That lets Zero Data capitalize, and that's exactly what Hollywood's Hooliganz needed to do to give themselves this third round. Ban can't land the shots there. It's going to run right around the corner into Reflect, and Hollywood's Hooliganz putting a rare 3-0 up on the board, getting themselves a similar start to game one, but hopefully for Hollywood's Hooliganz, not a similar ending.
Yeah, seriously, Zero Data is definitely trying to do that with the 6-0 right now, but looking pretty buff at the moment. Hollywood's Hooliganz looking to really drive that nail into the coffin here. But, man, I don't know what Roosters can do up against this crazy defense.
We shall see. Certainly becomes more difficult with pistols, but you wouldn't know it looking at the kill feed here. The first 2 kills going over to the side of Roosters. See if they can find any more. Zero Data gets pinched in on, has nowhere to go. Roosters now looking to steal away a thrifty round from the side of Hollywood's Hooliganz. Hollywood's Hooliganz left with only 2 members on complete opposite sides of the map. Roosters with freedom to roam about the cabin.
Yes, and they know the call out goes out, and Dior pushing back onto the B side is going to be stopped by that dark cover for now. Lots of utility being used. Are they going to be able to win on this gunfight? This is going to be a very telling gunfight here. Sends in that little slow orb, which is going to be huge, but eShots, oh my goodness, gets domed from the side by Ban, and this is the end of the Hooliganz run. And that's the first point on the board for Roosters.
Yeah, goodness gracious, what a round to take it in as well. That was pretty much a full-on save there for Roosters, and now they're able to get themselves some big guns to go with that big payout of that 4th round. And now Hollywood's Hooliganz still feeling the effects quite a bit. Reflect will be able to pick the op up. Dior does, in the end there, opt for the Phoenix, or excuse me, for the Phantom rather. E-Shots gets the Vandal and light armor here, but Hollywood's Hooliganz surprised at dropping that 4th round. Certainly don't want to drop the 5th, and Trisk looking to ramp up the pressure on the defenders now. Pushes forward with reckless abandon, forces Kilroy away from this site, and Kilroy just wants to live to fight another day. Here comes Trisk on the backside in support, but Roosters with a very solid execute out onto the site, get themselves set up. That Nano Swarm came close to hurting Dior, but it's going to be Kilroy taking down Trisk there as the kills go 1-for-1. Neprix with a lot of support on the sides there, sending out some warning shots as the remaining 4 Hollywood's Hooliganz look to pinch in. Dior takes down Shora. That is so dangerous here, but Ban keeping Roosters alive. Flavor gets one as Ban gets 2, and Roosters combo 2 rounds in a row in a big way, sending Hollywood's Hooliganz into surely what will be an eco round.
Seriously, I mean, they've starting to figure it out. This time, Roosters are really quick on the adaptation. I mean, they got taken down 3 rounds by the Hooliganz, but this time, they're starting to look really clean again on their pushes. That was a really solid, quick execution from the Roosters, and this time, they really brought it to the Hooliganz.
Yeah, absolutely, and Hollywood's Hooliganz look a little stunned, a little phased in the face of this onslaught here from Roosters. Now a little cheeky Bucky by for the side of Hollywood's Hooliganz now, but not much more else in tow. But really far push up there from Kilroy as well, so Hollywood's Hooliganz could catch Roosters out of position, but Roosters ever methodical, checking out these corners, moving through tactically. Trisk takes down Dior. Hollywood's Hooliganz chances of a thrifty slowly slip away.
In that moment, oh wait, is Reflect gonna get this?
Ooh. It's got a little bit of info.
Yeah.
Just not much else.
Oh no.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
We see it happen in real time here on stream. The flawless round comes together for Roosters, and just as quickly as Hollywood's Hooliganz put up 3 on them, Roosters steal 3 right back, and Roosters now with 4 ultimates ready to go in the inventory. Looking primed to shut down this full buy now from Hollywood's Hooliganz.
Ban had a hard time coming alive last map. This time, 11-3, looking real buff right now. Absolutely unstoppable at the moment. Looking to really bring it to Hollywood's Hooliganz. Oh my goodness, what?
What the heck, Neprix? Goodness gracious, a gutsy teleport and a gutsy headshot. Neprix wins the Omen duel over E-Shots, leaving Hollywood's Hooliganz in a 4v5. This is a big opportunity they don't want to slip away, and it's slipping away faster than I can speak. Ban takes down the Sage there for Hollywood's Hooliganz, leaving them in a 3v5. It's the lockdown trying to get some real estate. Reflect getting them back into this round with that snipe on Neprix. So the spike now ticking down against Hollywood's Hooliganz now.
Yeah, it's starting to get real close here, but the perfect Killjoy setup, I mean, that's so fantastic. Reflect is going to be able to get a consolation kill there, but once again, those Killjoy swarm grenades are just too fantastic for a post-plant situation. They've got them right there, and this is a really close setup for both of them, but it doesn't look like either of them are willing to give up their guns.
Yeah, absolutely, and really, I think impressive for Roosters there to take a round while 3 members of Hollywood's Hooliganz are still alive. That shows Roosters had such a firm grasp on that site. Yeah. Hollywood's Hooliganz said, even though we have even numbers, we have equal machinery, we do not want to take the fight to Roosters. And now Roosters, goodness gracious, reaping the rewards, reaping the bounty of their exploits now with huge amounts of credits in the bank. 4 ultimates as well carried over. This just gets tougher and tougher here for what was a strong start from Hollywood's Hooliganz in this first half.
Yeah, but look at this. Zero Data is actually going to be able to win on that E-shots, though. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, Roosters, they may have let their foot off the gas just a little too soon. Trisk trying to get this round back under control, but Roosters give away 3 early kills. Oh, but Trisk steals 2 right back, and we are nearing close to equal contention once more.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Trisk barely lives and survives that operator shot, but E-shots again in a weird position, picks up a 3K.
Oh, massive stuff from E-shots there. Trisk just looked so dangerous, but E-shots finally, with all the intel gathered from his dead teammates, able to put the needle down there on Trisk. So, what was a big round for Trisk was a bigger round for Hollywood's Hooliganz, finally putting a stop to the bleeding after Roosters put up 4 in a row. Hollywood's Hooliganz get themselves back onto equal footing, not just in rounds, but also in equipment. The full armor fully equipped for both teams here. Roosters still with 4 ultimates available, and this is the 3rd round in a row. I've said that at the beginning of a round, so see when they decide to pull the trigger there, obviously feeling it's not quite necessary thus far.
Yeah, they did use that lockdown, but still, they've been sitting on the knives. They've been sitting on E-shots, shooting them in the face, but Neprix is actually going to be able to trade that one out.
Oh, there goes the res as well from Flavor.
Huge moment for them. The Swarm Grenade is going to stave off the push, but Ban is in the right position at the right time. Dior getting some shots. My goodness, a perfect double kill onto the Roosters. Dior is absolutely so dangerous.
Wow, Dior single-handedly keeping Hollywood's Hooliganz hopes alive here in this 9th round, and now Dior surging forward as the spike goes down, hunting down the attackers, but Ban, meanwhile, eviscerating his teammates, takes down Zero Data. Dior finds the revenge, gets the triple kill. Now we are in a 2v2, make it a 3v2 as Dior is able to pop that resurrection. No such res available for Roosters anymore, already burned through it, and here come the defenders. Flavor getting pinched in on, but they don't know where Flavor's at. Flavor could take control here. Flavor comes up big. Welcome to Flavor Town.
Oh my gosh, gorgeous 3K from Flavor. My goodness, keeping Roosters alive here. It was just Flavor's left. It was just Flavor left, and my goodness, keeping them alive up against 3 members of Hooliganz. And here we go. We have a super fun grand finals happening here, ladies and gentlemen. We love to see this. Now, I just want to see some more ultimates being popped from the Roosters. That's all I want to see.
Did see the resurrection come through from Flavor, but yeah, that's about all we got was a crucial resurrection. Flavor able to go undetected in that little corridor out on the B side as Ban takes down Zero Data. Reflect, gets some damage done. Will get traded 1-for-1 there. Hollywood's Hooliganz gonna need to find some more action like that here in this 10th round. Make this thrifty half-buy work for them, but Shora looking to steal that chance away, takes out E-shots across the map, leaving Kilroy left with Flavor. With Dior rather.
Oh, that hurts. That really hurts. You had the drop, we're unable to get it because of like a last-minute movement or last-second movement, but Roosters looking buff here. Definitely looking buff.
Yeah, Roosters on a roll now here in this first half. They stumbled a bit out of the gates, but have gotten their act together. Now as we move towards the later stages of this first half, Roosters up a game already now on their map pick, very well could close this series out here and now on Icebox. And the way it's going, Hollywood's Hooliganz gonna have to do some creative problem solving to try and keep Roosters from closing this series out. Now here comes Trisk off the back of that Lear, has short and backup. E-shots will take down Neprix, but Trisk takes down E-shots and now pops the Empress for good measure. Zero Data has gone a bit unrevealed here as Kilroy takes down Trisk. Zero Data takes down Flavor. Hollywood's Hooliganz still very much alive in this match, very much alive in this round. Shora has to back away, try and get his hands on this spike, but the slow orb makes things that much more difficult.
Oh. How did they allow the Reyna to do all of that? That should have been a quick, easy death for the Reyna, but no, turned out to be way too difficult. Got some huge use out of that ultimate and everything. And man, Hollywood's Hooliganz put another point on the board for themselves, and they're keeping themselves in contention for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. After Hollywood's Hooliganz' storming start, they just need to stay scrappy here for this match. They need to keep Roosters under control.
Yep.
That's exactly what they're doing thus far, just stealing rounds away as they can. So we move on to the last round here of this first half. Could be pivotal, deciding how the rest of this match goes. Reflect with that Blade Storm in hand, ready to go. Oh, so close to finding the heads there, but Ban does better. Takes down Reflect there with that Vandal, and now pops a Blade Storm of his own, takes out Zero Data. Roosters looking to close this map, or excuse me, close out this half, 7-5. Dior, though, has other ideas. Takes down Ban, takes down Trish. Dior on this platform going unstopped. Shora takes down E-Shots. Dior's job gets a little bit harder as the dueling lockdowns now ring out across the map, and now Hollywood's Hooliganz look to capitalize off of their lockdown, forcing Roosters off of this site, but it's Nano Swarm time on that spike. Oh my goodness, Dior won't be able to get near that anytime soon.
Yeah, the tough thing about that lockdown is that that's pretty much, it works in Roosters' favor in their post-plant situation, but no! Dior is just too dang good, tries to stick it, and is taken down by a double kill from Flavor. My goodness, Flavor! So much clutch potential.
Can you taste the flavor? Flavor comes up clutch for Roosters twice. Flavor holding down these sites, holding it down, but you gotta take a look at Ban on the top of that leaderboard, 28-1. It is simply a matter of not enough kills to go around for the side of Roosters. Ban eating them all up, taking all the cookies, taking all the cake. Ban taking all the kills.
My goodness, what a round this is. And you saw it kind of in Dior's eyes. He's like, I'm dead here.
Maybe he'll miss all of his shots and I'll get to hold this defuse. Right. Maybe.
Really unfortunate situation, but we are now at the half here, and still a 5-7 half is not bad for the Hooliganz here. They are on the attacker side, which seems to be the favorite side.
Question mark?
Yeah, Neprix, though, with a nice double kill, makes me look like the fool again.
I'm not even going to play into favored sides. I'm just going to say there's favored omens right now. Neprix showing that he has been chosen by the Roosters to lead this stalwart defense, and Hollywood's Hooliganz not left with any opportunities. Kilroy doing battle with a turret and losing out somewhat.
That turret is actually huge. That staves off any sort of mid-push. Trisk there takes down his rival Reyna in Zero Data. I love that turret positioning because, I mean, unless you're Kilroy, you're going to be taken down here without anything to say about it.
Really clever combination of the Paranoia and the Leer there. Just so much vision denial. It's going to leave just Dior as the lone attacker. We'll be able to get this spike down and has 10 seconds until the heal can come through for Dior and his 6 remaining HP. Still very much a hope alive for Dior as he slinks away from the spike plant. Dior wanting to stay alive, does get that heal. Now the slow trickle of HP for Dior begins getting stronger with every passing moment, but there simply wasn't enough time. Shora takes him down, and that's the pistol round going on over to Roosters. I believe the pistol round's 2 for 2 thus far here in this Grand Finals series.
Yeah, very interesting stuff indeed. I mean, wow. That was a slower pistol round that we've seen here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, especially in the Grand Finals. I mean, we don't really see pistol rounds that last longer than, I don't know, 40 seconds. That one took, like a lot of the time there. They really played their time well. Kilroy trying to move up mid, getting hit by the rival turret there. But I mean, got a kill, got a pick. They did as much as they could, but other than that, Roosters is going to be able to take down that pistol round.
Oh, now they're going to be looking for more. Shora gets the 1-for-1 trade. Ban there to back him up for the kill scope. 2 for 2, now 3 for 3 here as we find ourselves in a 2v2 here. Hollywood's Hooligans doing very well to stay alive here on this save round. Able to get that spike down as well. Neprix maybe looking the wrong way there. Gets caught out, takes a fair bit of damage. This is not guaranteed for Roosters by any means. Neprix trying to find the damage, trying to find the kill, but off by just an inch there, unable to land those shots. Here comes Trisk with that Guardian, going to be looking for the one taps as Neprix takes down Dior, but Zero Data takes down Neprix, and here comes Trisk. So sneaky on the backside, uses the dark cover to all of its potential. Trisk saves what could have been a disastrous round for the side of Roosters.
That was a huge reposition from Trisk, definitely using that dark cover like you said, got behind yellow as they were focusing on who was up front of them and not focusing on maybe someone coming behind them and absolutely killing them with a Guardian.
Who would have thought they would have come from different directions? Not me.
Nobody could have. Once again, Ban though, still the story of this map, 21-9-1. Dior definitely doing something himself. 15-11.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, Ban looking to stake their claim on that HyperX headset. That is up for grabs here for the HyperX MVP of the Grand Finals. We'll be keeping an eye on those stats to see who is worthy. eShots takes down the current MVP, takes down Ban, and now Hollywood's Hooligans with an opportunity to start clawing away at this deficit as Roosters set up on this B site have been unable to keep a firm grasp of it. Now Hollywood's Hooligans in a 5v3 get the spike down. Roosters going to have a tough time trying to advance here.
Yes, they are, especially with eShots getting in weird positions and taking down people on the backside of the map. He's still in mid. They have to take care of him because they know he's been so dangerous. And here he is, going to try and get another one. Not this time, though, and they're going to actually give away a nice Vandal over to the Roosters.
Yeah, really interesting, though. I'm not sure why there was no buy here for Shora. Shora picked up the Guardian that Trisk had dropped there. Only light armor for the side of Shora. Only had the classic up until a moment ago. So we'll be able to get a free Vandal, though, so you can't really criticize that whatsoever. Roosters give away the round, but I think the economic play for them will pan out in the long run.
Yeah, we do see the operator in the hands of Ban now. Even though they lost that round, they still were able to pick up that operator and I mean some okay buys. They still have some healthy econ for the most part on Trisk and Shora because of those saves there. But I mean, once again, this is going to be another telling round. They've got to win this if they want to keep themselves really in the match here.
Absolutely, Roosters now with an opportunity to drive the nail into the coffin, drive a stake into the heart of Hollywood's Hooligans. Roosters could very well turn up the heat on the attackers. Hollywood's Hooligans want to stay alive, keep this game rolling, keep this series rolling on to Game 3. Trisk says, I've got other ideas. Trisk takes down the double kill. That's going to prompt this lockdown coming out from the side of Hollywood's Hooligans, trying to secure their position. And Dior on the flank has gone completely undetected. Dior wreaking havoc on the side of Roosters, may very well deliver a 7th round to Hollywood's Hooligans, and Ban says, I don't want any of that.
I love when he goes around the corner, looks, and is like, never mind.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
What a crazy round for Dior. Absolutely dominating the Roosters. That was a perfect setup. They put down the lockdown, forced them out towards screens, and Dior was waiting with open arms and an open gun barrel and got a beautiful 3K.
Yeah, Dior, certainly the MVP for Hollywood's Hooliganz in this series, if you ask me. Ban putting the stomp down on Kilroy, a little bit of feel good for Ban there as the round goes over to Hollywood's Hooliganz. But yeah, Dior, absolutely exemplary performance across these two games here in this grand finals, has not slowed down one bit, playing what is a quote-unquote support role, but leading the team 18, 12, and 5.
Whew. You love to see it. You definitely love to see it. And Ban still kind of on top there, but Dior creeping his way up towards the top of this all. I mean, I've got to give it to him. That was really well executed again by the Hooliganz. And a quick Empress from the Hooliganz here is actually going to give them hopefully a nice, good start up against the save round. My goodness.
Netbricks takes the head off Reflect with some clever angling. Dior forced to burn the resurrection there. Oh my goodness, it's all for naught. Netbricks takes the second head off of Reflect in the same round. Roosters showing they're dangerous, whatever they've got in the pocket. Dior trying to stamp out this rebellion here from Roosters, but goodness gracious. Oh my goodness, Shora! This is not allowed!
And it's all because eShots had some really unfortunate aim earlier. Trisk taking the head off of Kilroy, and it's all up to Zero Data. This could actually work in their favor, but
that's important. That's important for Zero Data to hear those footsteps of Shora, get the drop on him. But now this is a very nervous 1v1 for both of these guys. Trisk does have the Empress ready to go should they want it. And look at this angle from Trisk, spotted out by Zero Data. Zero Data had an idea, but an idea is not enough. Trisk takes Roosters on into double digits. Roosters are now 3 rounds away from being your Week 37 Valorant Sunday Showdown champions. Hollywood's Hooliganz need to put their foot on the gas right here and now.
Yes, they do. Man, what a sweaty battle of the Reynas. Oh, man.
Seriously.
You go into those super long angles not knowing anything, and now they're on the save round. They're going to have to do something big here, at least take a couple of guns out of the hands of the Roosters. But it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be difficult.
Hollywood's Hooliganz mixing up the pace here with the 3-man push up that mid corridor. They're going to run right into Netbricks, though. Can Netbricks hold firm? Here comes the push. Netbricks may be caught out here, but the teleport saves the day for Netbricks. And now look at this new angle. Could capitalize, but Hollywood's Hooliganz will be able to get away with that. They leave eShots still out on the flank. That could come to a head, but it may be too little too late already. There goes eShots onto Netbricks, but Trisk and Shora, meanwhile, have cleaned up the homeland. Zero Data, the lone attacker remaining, gets a bit of revenge onto Trisk, but Roosters now so quickly are 2 rounds away from securing this Valorant Sunday Showdown title for themselves. And with how close, with how dicey this series can be, it does not feel like a safe position for Roosters by any means.
No, not at all. I mean, Dior, Kilroy, Reflect could all, pop off at any second, any moment, and really give themselves some momentum to bring it on over to map 3. The Roosters holding steady. I mean, it seems like their spirit is not broken. Their heart isn't broken at all. They are pushing through, looking solid, looking smooth with a lot of their pushes, a lot of their plays. And I think that's one thing that's keeping them alive here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whoa!
Here comes eShots. Been so dangerous in this series. eShots picks up a quick 2 kills. That's exactly what Hollywood's Hooliganz needed to see to breathe some life into this attack. eShots with a quick opening 2 kills. Open the door for Hollywood's Hooliganz. Zero Data further presses the advantage. Takes down Netbricks. Now Trisk on the flank will lose out to Dior. Just Flavor. Hollywood's Hooliganz still keeping themselves within arm's reach. Take that 8th round.
Woohoo! My goodness. What a bloody match this is. Tons of frags up on the board for both of these teams. And I mean, there is 6 ultimates up and available, 3 for each team, and some really good ultimates as well. These Killjoys have actually been really helping their teams out a lot, being so critical with a lot of their util usage. And my goodness, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, tough to call this one at any point here in this series. Hollywood's Hooliganz, they are down 3 rounds, but they are certainly not out. They've sent 3 members here to scout out this A side of the map. Roosters keeping their cards close to their chest, not opting rather to peek these angles quite yet. Oh, goodness, they are so close, though. Millimetrically close. And there goes Kilroy. Does reveal himself. That's going to prompt the leer now from the side of Hollywood's Hooliganz, forcing Trisk to back away as the lockdown goes down onto A-side. Trisk takes down E-shots. An important kill for Roosters to get here. Dior will pop the resurrection. Is Neprix actually detained by the lockdown? Will he be spotted out as Roosters now coming to help him? Trisk takes down Dior. Oh, Trisk with the triple kill takes down Zero Data. Here comes Neprix raining down the thunder upon Hollywood's Hooliganz. Now just Kilroy alive, trying to keep the hope alive. Takes one, but will only find one. Ban with the Blade Storm takes down Kilroy's. Roosters on to match point.
The biggest of brains are playing right now. This is a grand finals match that you have all been waiting for. Hollywood's Hooliganz versus Roosters. I mean, a lot of people didn't really foresee it coming, but here we are in a fantastic bout of skill and, I mean, just ridiculous raw play from these players. I mean, we're having so much fun watching this. Ban and Trisk and Dior all putting themselves up above 20 kills in this. I mean, we're not even in overtime, and we have 3 people above 20 kills. That's insane.
It's been a frag fest on either side. Just imagine the comms on either side at this point. Roosters close to elation. They are so close they can taste it, but Hollywood's Hooliganz, they know they've got to keep cool. They've got to keep making plays. Ban trying to shut the door in their face. Ban picks up the double kill, goes hunting for more as well. Reflect trying to find an opportunity with the Blade Storm. Will put an end to Shora, but it's going to be Ban picking up the triple kill, leaving Reflect all on his lonesome. Reflect gets a triple kill of their own, dashes forward with a reckless abandon, sends out the smoke so close, but it is Roosters taking grand finals on Icebox. Roosters are your Week 37 Valorant Sunday Showdown champions.
My goodness, give yourselves a pat on the back because that was a fantastic display of skill here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown. We are so stoked to see this kind of play, this level of play. And my goodness, congratulations, Roosters, and congratulations, Hollywood's Hooliganz, for your first foray into the grand finals of the Valorant Sunday Showdown.
We could go on and on about Roosters, and I can assure you we will, but it is important to give credit to Hollywood's Hooliganz here. These guys have been grinding it out week by week, and the progress they've been making has been so tangible, and this is just another chapter in that Hollywood's Hooliganz story. No telling where they'll go next, but this week it is all about Roosters here, making the run all the way into grand finals, taking down some notable names along the way, and really, when it all came down to it, they did not falter, they did not stumble, nor did Trisk. Your HyperX MVP of Grand Finals, Trisk, with that average combat score of 292, making it stick on the Reyna. Congratulations, Trisk. You are the winner of that HyperX Cloud Core Stinger headset. Congratulations. A well-deserved MVP award for someone who simply did not slow down the entirety of this event.
Absolutely. I mean, the contention was there from Ban doing some absolute work as well. But still, Trisk was there holding it down, being the anchor for the team, really getting in there, getting those frags and getting those all-important blinds out. I mean, this was a fantastic grand finals to be a part of, for sure.
Absolutely. The fireworks have just begun for the side of Roosters. Congratulations, guys. Their first ever Valorant Sunday Showdown title. A big, momentous occasion for them and for us as well, as it marks the end of our day here for week number 37 of the Valorant Sunday Showdown. It has been an explosive day. It has been an unexpected day. So many entrances of Icebox into the map pool here today. We are asking for it, and these players delivered in spades, and for that we are thankful. And we are thankful for all of the viewers, all of the teams that choose to spend their Sunday with us. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you guys back next Sunday for week number 38. But for now, I'm Dilly G.
And I'm Choice Place.
We'll see you guys next week.